Hey guys, Thunderset here, bringing you a revisit to Dark Magician. We're using some of the new cards that support the archetype, and I'm just going to go over some things I feel the archetype needs, where it's at right now in the meta. As a rogue deck, it's definitely King of Games worthy, but it has to work even harder than most decks to keep up. But anyway, let's get into the new cards. So Palladium Oracle Mahad, when you draw this card, you can reveal this card, special summon it. So that does work with Destiny Draw. It does work with Magician Girl. It's fantastic. And Destiny Draw also gets us to things like Timeus and Illusion Magic, Dark Magic Attack, even though you're really getting to that with Rod. So Palladium also has a second effect, and a third, where his attack will double if he's fighting a dark monster, which is absolutely meta relevant all the time. And he works with Dark Magician specifically when he's destroyed by battle or card effect. You'll special summon a Dark Magician. It's very strong. Chocolate Magician Girl, you're mostly using her as just draw power and to get rid of any Dark Magicians or Palladiums you might want out of your hand just for a draw. Works with Rod also, but usually Rod's a +1 of his own anyway, so you stick with him. But she works out. You don't really need too many of her. People usually know not to swing into her at this point, so they'll find other ways around her. But still a pretty good ad for the new archetype. And I'm really only doing all this because I finally got 3 navigation. I was at 2 navigation for a very long time, but I dug for it. Navigation is the core. We have, of course, 3 Dark Magicians, 3 Rods, very core too. These are one of that we want to search that are all Dark Magician specific. With Timeus, we're really only summoning Dark Cavalry. He's virtually the best. And now into the text, guys. So I'm using Destiny Draw, I'm not using Beatdown. So something even as simple as like a Neos, a 2600, who can't really be destroyed, is a problem. So you gotta have cards that stop Neos, because Neos isn't going anywhere. Neos is always going to be relevant. You gotta have something to get around him, and Thousand Knives is not something that gets around a Neos. So you need something like Dimensional Prison that banishes, Drowning Mirror Force returns to the deck. You can't focus around destruction. You need some other form of removal that's not beatdown, that's not destruction. So something that banishes, something that returns to hand, all sorts of other things. I have a lot of copies of Prison and Drowning Mirror Force, so those are my choice. But like I said, if you don't have these, just focus on something that's not destruction that can remove a Neos, and you'll be great, guys. So other than that, it's not too drastically different from a Dark Magician. They're still trying to do the same thing. They just have some new bells and whistles with some special tricks now. And like I said, you gotta focus on getting around those Neos, getting around those big monsters. Very interesting stuff. I love it with Destiny Draw, especially with Mahad. So I hope you guys enjoy the replays, and thanks for watching. Okay, Shizu. We're going second. This is kind of a deck that wants to go first. Dark Magician decks are actually very slow. So here we have a Mahad in our starting hand. That is not what you want to see. We're fighting some sort of Neos Noble Knight combination. Very weird. Setting back row. We have all the back row we need though. We're gonna normal summon a Magician's Rod to search Illusion Magic, use Illusion Magic to get 2 Dark Magicians. Now we're gonna set 3 back row. I set Prism first, then Navigation, then Drowning Mirror Force, because we want Drowning Mirror Force to survive. You know they're gonna swing at some back row, so we need Drowning Mirror Force to be the one we want. Get rid of that Neos. Here he uses that. He aimed for our Navigation, so we had to use the Navigation. That's gonna kill our Drowning Mirror Force. But that's a good thing to aim for, is the Navigation, because we can just chain it as you see here. So we're getting a new Dark Magician summoning animation, guys. D-Sod. You gotta summon the new one. Right from the hand. Now we get an old summoning animation, guys. Can you believe it? So Kaiba got 2 animations. Yugi's getting 2 animations. Great stuff. I actually don't have his purple OG. I converted it way back in the day, because I was like, we don't need Dark Magicians. I'm gonna have 1,000,000. Just convert him. And we do have 1,000,000, but I still have that 0 on the Dark Magician. Anyway, he's brought out his Gwennifer. We top deck a Mahad. He brought out a Gwennifer. Now his World Legacy clashing a Dristan, who is only 1300. Here he gets equipped with Gwynnifer, destroys our middle card. We have to swing with our Dark Magician. He gets destroyed too, but that opens the way for Mahad to swing and finally kill the boy. He hits another Tristan, hits us with the Mahad. He uses Tristan's effect to destroy the Mahad. Now that special summons a Dark Magician. He has to pass, chooses not to use the Gwynnifer. We're gonna normal summon a Magician's Rod. Now we're cooking. We get a Dark Magic attack that Gwynnifer away. We can swing right into that Tristan. And we end our turn from the Neos, guys. But we're gonna have ways around the Neos, don't worry. Another Tristan, guys. He targets the Gwynnifer. I tried to negate it, but I would have to negate the Tristan, not the Gwynnifer. But her effect wouldn't work to destroy in the battle phase right now. Here we top deck a Chocolate Magician Girl. That's pretty good, because we can throw away our Mahad and get some use out of him. He sets a monster. He's going to swing into our Rod. 500. Now he's going to Neos into a Dark Magician Girl. That's going to bring out Dark Magician. Or sorry, Chocolate Magician Girl. Put him to half. Swings into Dark Magician. Dies. Now we get Timeus, guys. Top deck of Timeus. That's our Cavalry. 3,700. Are you kidding? We get him 3,800. Swing or Pierce. Way over 1,700 on that face down defense position monster. Long and crazy duel, guys. My goodness. Okay, fighting a Yusei. Going second. Like I said, you kind of want to go first with this deck. Fighting some weird Synchro. We got a Chocolate Magician Girl, Dark Magician, 2 Chocolate Magician Girls. That means one's going bye-bye. We get a Timeus, fantastic card. Drowning Mirror Force, Magician's Navigation with the Dark Magician in hand. We're absolutely ready. He has some weird Blackwing who special summons when we declare a direct attack. We use Magician's Navigation. We get one cutscene. I'll show just a little of the new one. I've been showing them most every replay, so just a little bit. Swings at you, but does not hurt you. He's gentle. Now we get the second animation. Animations, man. Love them, love them. So, now it's our turn. Chocolate Magician Girl throws away the Rod. We get our another navigation. We're gonna Timeus, the not new Dark Magician, into a Cavalry. He's 3,200. We're gonna pierce that little hedgehog. For exact lethal, guys. Look at that. Absolutely crazy. Great stuff. Okay, Loomis and Umbra. Going first. He has 22 cards in his deck, but we want to go first. It's all about going first. So we're going to set Navigation, set a Prison. Navigation's already live. It's Spellbooks, guys. Slow books. He's gonna do the whole shebang. Use all the combos, get all his graveyard ready for a banish, and you know he has that silent waifu. They always do. She's up to 3k. Now she's up to 35k. Back to 3k. She's gonna get banished anyway. All that for nothing. Now in the end phase, we're using Magician's Navigation. That's an immediate scoop. Great, great stuff, guys. Okay, fighting a Crowler. Hopefully it's not an actual Ancient Gear. Let's see what we got. Just a handful of traps and spells. We don't need no monsters. But we do need one monster. That's not him, but that's a good monster to draw, so you top deck a Mahad. Now we're gonna set a Prison, set a Drowning Mirror Force, swing into Secret of the Sixth Sam. So we are fighting Six Samurai, probably with Beatdown. He used a Keyzon, Prismatic Keyzon, ooh la la. Uses his United, has 3 back row. We top deck Dark Magician, that means Navigation gets set, but we get hit with a Dual Wheeler, guys. But he hit the wrong back row. Left us both our traps. Which one does he want to get hit by? I'd say we banish him. So we're gonna hit the Drowning Mirror Force first. But we're gonna hit him with the banish second that he can't negate. Goodbye, Xian. Drowning Mirror Force had to die as a result. Here he's using Powerful Rebirth to summon the Keyzon. Just barely avoids our Destiny draw. Now we set a Illusion Magic, we set a Navigation. We have the Dark Magician, we have a Timeus too, guys, are you kidding? We use our Navigation. We get a new cutscene of a Dark Magician for the D-Sod boys. Here he is. You gotta summon the new one though, obviously. Very, very cool. So he bamboozled me. I was supposed to be doing this. Look, we get 2 Dark Magicians. I was supposed to be doing this in the end phase, but I had my toggle off and he ended real quick. I was expecting him to attack. He did not attack, so I have to do this in my turn. My Navigation is not live. Big misplay for me. I shouldn't be messing with my toggle like that, but I was. Here we use Amulet Dragon instead of Cavalry. Probably another misplay. We get up to 3100. Now we normal summon Chocolate Magician Girl. Pull into a Paladin we cannot summon. That sucks. But we get stuff back to our hand. Now it's just a Magician Girl out there. He's got to be stuck with a Keyzon. Sets another back row. Throw away our Mahad. Set a Drowning Mirror Force. She's a soft lock. All herself, guys. Can't attack into her. So we're going to throw away a Dark Magician. Set a Navigation. Normal summon a Magician's Rod. Get a Dark Magic attack. That's going to be wild. Get hit with a 3rd Duel Wield, guys. Throws away our monsters. Now he has to beat down with his Keyzon. We're going to stop it with Magician's Navigation. Nice and simple. Throw a Rod in defense. He's going for the Rod. We're going to use Illusion Magic on the Rod. Give 1 Dark Magician back. We could have got 2. We still have a Drowning Mirror Force to fall back on. We're going to Dark Magic attack all that back row. He's going to use a World Legacy Clash that we're going to negate with Navigation. So he stays 2500. All that back row's gone. Summon any monster. We're going to go with Magician's Rod for another Navigation that is in fact live. But he wants none of that. He scoops. What a long duel. That's what you're facing with Dark Magician, guys. Great stuff. Okay, Jaden Ubel. So this is an important duel that teaches an important lesson. Probably one of the most important lessons in Duel Links that I try to teach people. It's probably wildly even more important in the TCG. And that is never scoop, guys. Never surrender. Even if you see you have clearly lost the duel, your opponent may not have your big brain. He may not see that. He may throw. Let your opponent throw, guys. Don't scoop. So here we're getting hit with a Neos in some sort of pure elemental hero deck because he dumps a heat. We let him hit us with the 2700 by using Illusion Magic to get rid of our Rod. And that way he's free to hit us for the 2700 to give us a Destiny draw, and we summon our Dark Magicians at the end phase to safety. Or we summon a Rod also. Then we're going to tribute off that Rod to get a Rod to our hand. Now we get to Destiny draw. What should we Destiny draw? Timeus. Timeus is going to give us Dark Cavalry. Dark Cavalry is going to have a negate. All we have to do is discard 1. So we get a swing, do a little bit of damage. He protects himself with Neos Fusion. Now look, guys. 1600, 2700. I'm only 100 life points away from Fatal. Here he drags a Neos out of his graveyard, uses Neos Scar, which means his Neos cannot be destroyed and he takes no battle damage. So he's going to swing at my Dark Magician Girl. That's going to summon a Dark Magician and put him to half. But remember, he takes no damage and goes to half. He gets to destroy me with a real Brave Neos. That lets him search another Neos Fusion. So here's where I misplay. I should have switched her to defense. We draw into a Mahad with her effect. That definitely makes Mahad work. We hit him with the Cavalry. Then we still can't kill this Neos guard. So I should have put her to defense. Because if you look here, he's going to Righteous Solar Navigation. Switch that boy to defense. Now, Neos Fusion. He's lethal, guys. 2900, 1600, that's 1300, that's lethal. He does not see that. He's focusing on what is able to attack. So he kills the Magician Girl with her, kills the Neos. That's what I'm saying, guys. Normally you'd be ready to scoop. I knew turns ahead that a lethal Brave Neos was coming to my poor Magician Girl. Didn't switch her to defense, didn't understand how Neos Guard worked. But he still threw, guys. He still missed the play, didn't see the lethal. You gotta let your enemies throw, guys. So he destroys our Mahad, but Mahad's gonna bring out a Dark Magician. He's gonna scoop. Cavalry does pierce. Plenty of damage coming. Fantastic stuff, guys. Like I'm always saying, I may not always be saying this on my videos, but I'm always telling people, just let your opponent scoop. Duel Links is a game of throws. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a game of throws. Even the best players aren't gonna play flawlessly every time. Let your opponent throw the game, guys. Don't scoop. But anyway, Dark Magician, like I said, the archetype's pretty much figured out with the core cards. It's Navigation, I'd say Timeus and Illusion are also core cards. People switch between Dark Magic Attack and Thousand Knives. I like Dark Magic Attack because of all the Necro values. And then of course you need 3 rods, so that's so many cards already in, guys. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards that are core. And then you come, make your staples able to remove Neos, and you'll be perfectly fine, guys. Thanks for watching.